Welcome back, witches all. It's Kirbis with another installment of Lost in the Shuffle. I have a treat for you today. We are going to explore The Witch's Tarot by Chris Madsen from Burning Paper Hearts. This is a photographic art tarot deck, and we're going to focus on the Major Arcana today. This deck does feature the female form in its natural state. So this deck and this presentation is not intended for kids or for anyone who doesn't want that kind of imagery in their tarot deck. The first thing I want to say is let's not confuse this deck with some of the other tarot decks that have come out in the past that have the word witches in the title. There was Tarot of the Witches by Fergus Hall from 1976. There was The Witch's Tarot by Ellen Cannon Reed, produced in 1992, and Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan in 2012. This is The Witch's Tarot, and I believe Chris came out with this either in 2024 or 2025. This deck is dedicated to the women that rule the world, the witches, the goddesses, and the lovers. The Witch's Tarot is a tarot art project by photographer and mixed media artist Chris Madsen, who is depicted in this collection as the Fool and Druid. So be on the lookout for that. The deck captures the dark and mystic beauty of the female form alongside sacred symbology and strong emotional context. The special Witch Tarot deck includes 13 new archetypes of the sacred feminine, which we will see after the traditional Major Arcana end. The deck also reverses Strength and Justice from the original Rider Tarot. The box is gorgeous. It's a strong box with a magnetic closure, and it feels to me like rose petals to the touch, as do the cards. The book is beautiful. It contains images of each of the cards, the title of the card, and 3 key words to describe the upright and reversed positions. So you can really use your intuition a lot with this deck. We're looking at the back of the original Rider Tarot and the back of the Witch's Tarot. A lot of tarot cards use the triple goddess or the triple moon symbol on the back. I get a little tired of it, but the way that Chris has presented it here as a more delicate pattern form of a greater sort of universal dynamic, I really love what he's done. The cardstock is black with hits of gold. So let's start our exploration with the Fool. The image of the feather is amplified and featured in the Fool card, along with what you'll see is predominantly black and white imagery, but very careful use of coloring. So be on the lookout for that as well. So we begin the journey with our Fool card. Got some cards sticking together here. And we have the Magician. This has been simplified to a female form who appears to be holding a fan. The head, the neck is arced back, and the image is blurred. This is a deck that I attest that you need to use with soft eyes, with soft yogic eyes, and lean into your subtle intuitions. The High Priestess. Here Chris is leaning into the duality of the darkness and the light. We still have the strong verticals of darkness and light simplified. And notice how the hair of the female figure mimics the draping of the cloak in the original. And we still have the orb in a more subtle form. The Empress. We're focusing more on the crown, the curls, and the brocade of the gown. The traditional Emperor is still called the Emperor, but it is a female form in a dark gown, profile view, and a smear of red, which really picks up and harkens back to the red of the original writer. Our Hierophant is now deep in nature and does not give us a blatant blessing image. It's more implied, it's more subtle, it's more inviting, almost as if, come and join me in the meadow. The Lover's card is magnificent. It harkens back to Hamlet with the female figure holding, contemplating the skull. And this creates so many levels of possible contemplation of duality when working with this card. It's so profound. And notice also the wash of yellow. It's just wonderful. Our Chariot is reimagined. It's still called the Chariot, but we have a levitating figure. Simply wonderful. A lot of emphasis on red and green here, pulling out those particular colors from the original. Okay, what would normally be strength is the Justice card in the Witch's Tarot. We are focusing on the metals and the jewelry and the symbolic forms, as well as the crown, and a very, very subtle wash of yellow. Our Hermit card is a female form, kind of a bird woman. The Wheel of Fortune. Strength is number 11 in the Witch's Tarot. We have a polar bear and a woman on the beach. The traditional Hanged Man becomes the Hanged Man that is a female figure, blurred slightly. Again, we have the recurring motif of the skull and the strong lines of the tree, which we also see in the original. Death card. Temperance. The Devil, amplifying the horns, the outline of the blurred figure, and a very strong wash of red. Tower is amplifying the burning vertical that's obstructing the figure in a blue gown, which mimics the coloring of the clothing in the original figures that are tumbling out of the burning tower, being struck by lightning. The Star. This figure is more open, this figure is more closed. The terrain here appears to be more arid. The terrain here has grass and water. The Moon card has a wash of red. Sun card has a faceless female form in a dark gown, the rays emanating, and a wash of subtle yellow. Judgment is quite profound, with the arrows of self-judgment, the weight of what we take upon ourselves. And the World. And now we will explore the 13 additional archetypes in the Witch's Tarot. We have the Maiden, the Mother, the Crone, Coven, Ritual Magic, Burn at the Stake, an homage to our witch history, Wax, and Wane. Here's our creator again as the Druid. Hecate, Lilith, Hell, and Selene, images of the crescent and the full moon. This is a unique tarot that invites a unique level of engagement. I hope that this video exploration of the Witch's Tarot has inspired you. I believe that I will be using this deck in non-traditional ways. I have a strong feeling that I want guests to my home to be able to interact with the images. So I don't think that this is a deck that I'm going to choose to work with for personal readings. For me, this is a deck to consider like art. And I definitely want to share these images with people who love the tarot, who I know. And perhaps you will find new ways of working with the Witch's Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today. Stay cozy.